Hey guys, I just kind of ended a busy day of appointment, thankfully virtual, and going out to get our Thanksgiving food and some other stuff. So I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of a health update regards to the blood sugar because my CF, knock on wood, that's myself, but you know what I mean. My CF is doing pretty good. Like my weight is still needs to go up, but my lungs and stuff they're good. So, but my blood sugar has gotten worse. So I had an endocrine appointment today because my blood sugar used to be like low, not even every day, every couple days. Um, Mostly be the 60s, maybe occasionally a high 50s, but now it's every single day, usually at night now, which is weird. And it's going to the 50s and 40s, at least the 50s multiple times a week, and the 40s more often. So, that was a concern for both of us. So we talked over it because I started on the diazoxide in June, which worked for a month. For a month, it was fantastic. I had almost no lows, which thankfully during that time span was when Mariah came over. So I actually got to enjoy her being here because my blood sugar was stable. Unfortunately, it was short lived. After about a month and a half, the diazoxide just stopped working. We don't know why, it just did. So the next steps are trying this medication that she put in. We have to get insurance to approve it. We have to do that whole rigmarole. It is an injection, not a pill or the diazoxide was like a liquid. So, I do put on Dexcoms every 10 days, so I'm used to stabbing myself with needles. It's just it'll be an injection instead of a Dexcom. So I'm sure I'll learn how to do it. But so the next step is that medication. It's basically like a stronger form of diazoxide in a way, because diazoxide and this one are meant for pancreatic cancers that like insulinomas, which I don't have that we think of because I had all the testing done in 2021. I say we think of because if this medication does not work, the next steps is in the new year, because we have to give it time to get approved and then have to get time to like see if it would work. So in the new year, we discussed around like March or April, I would be admitted to the hospital and go through that 3-day ICU test which was so much fun the first time. So I really would prefer not to do it again. But basically, you don't eat for 3 days. They starve you, and they purposely drop your blood sugar, and then they take how much insulin is and your peptides and all that is secreted while your blood sugar is 50. So, if I have to do it again, I will. And then she also talked about doing a scan with calcium. I'm not sure how the whole thing works, really. Anyway, a scan with calcium and see if there is pancreatic cells not in my pancreas. So basically, like endometriosis, where uterine cells could end up in other parts of the body, basically that, but with pancreatic cells. And if either if playing off of the medication didn't work, next steps, scenario, if the calcium tests showed pancreatic cells somewhere else, that would be surgery. If the if the 3-day fast in the ICU showed something else, that would be surgery. So, in a way, it's going to sound bad. In a way, it would almost be simpler if it was a benign tumor because they can remove it and I'm cured. But at the same time, it's also major surgery. So I would not, it would scare me to death. But but we ruled that out, not the endometriosis type, but the insulinoma. We ruled that out in 2021. But she said, let's just cover our bases since it's been 4 years, see if anything has changed. Because when I did that study, I was just diagnosed. I'd been diagnosed in May. I did the study in June. So, see if something has changed since things are getting worse. And then I also brought up how my blood sugar has been spiking at night, like 170, 200, and then because it spikes, it goes like this. She said that the spikes are from my body releasing glucagon because I've been low so much. My body's like freaking out, dumping glucagon into my system. But then it doesn't realize that that's just going to make me go low. But it happens at night because that's when the cortisol lowers in your body and, your body kind of relaxes. And so then it dumps the glucagon. So at least I know why that's happening because it was driving me batty. Like, why am I going high when I haven't eaten in hours? So I'm going to eat now because I haven't eaten all day because it's 3 o'clock because I was out doing stuff. Then I'm going to huddle under a blanket and read my book. I got a book a couple days ago, but enjoying it. But yeah, so that's kind of the health update, and I'll keep you guys along on this journey. I mean, along with the blood sugar kind of health thing is in January, once we get past the holidays, I am going to be getting a golden retriever puppy, and it was going to be trained to become a diabetic alert dog. So by, it'll be a little baby. First, I have to go through puppyhood, do all the normal dog training, do the public access training, and then once it reaches 6 to 8 months of age, I can do the scent work. So realistically, by September, October next year, maybe August, is when I'll actually have a fully trained service dog. But in January, I'll be starting that process. So that's exciting. But anyway, so that's the update on the blood sugar. She thinks with the way it is and the way it's getting worse, there has to be more than reactive hypoglycemia going on, because it shouldn't be doing this. So those are the next steps, and we'll see where this journey takes us.